Hello all, welcome into the recipe project. Again, to another recipe that I've had in my collection for a while. So we're going to see how this one turns out. I'm not promising anything because it seems like no matter what I do and how I follow the recipes, it never looks like the picture. So today we are going to do Cadbury Egg Cheesecake. Yum. Okay, so that just sounds yum. I love Cadbury eggs. They come out usually from any time between right after Christmas until right after Easter Sunday. So they're out in the stores a good 4 months. So, I mean, literally the week after Christmas, I see them in the stores. So they're there. And so we're going to make this recipe. It's a cheesecake, really thick cheesecake with an Oreo crust. So let's get to it. First things first, mise en place. Have a lot of stuff over here, a couple pans. I'll show you what those are for right there. And then we need to start using 325. So it's a cheesecake, so it's going to be cook at a lower temperature than normal because we want it to cook all the way through thoroughly and evenly. So and I started, it says to make the crust 24 Oreo cookies. You could use your food processor, or you can mash them up with a rolling pin in a plastic bag. That's what I did because I love, and I mean I really love my food processor, but it has so many parts to clean and it takes forever. I was lazy, so I just took out my frustrations and whacked them up and put them in here. So I have that, and also that's for the crust. So that was 2 rows of Oreos, 24 cookies. So 2 whole rows of Oreos. So I have a row left to share with my husband and my children. Okay, so let's get busy and start mixing the ingredients together for this yummy cheesecake. All right, as I said, 24 cookies crushed up with my rolling pin into the bowl. Then 6 tablespoons of melted butter. When I melt my butter like this, I always try to melt it on the stove, because if I don't, it usually pops and gets all over my microwave. So I don't like cleaning up messes. So I told you I'm being lazy today. So I got my butter here, my melted butter, 6 tablespoons. That's 2 tablespoons shy of a stick. So into that, I also am going to put a pinch of salt, just a pinch. And then we'll stir this up. Do-do-do. And I'm going to put this into my springform pan, wrapped in tin foil, and it is greased on the inside. So I'll pop this all in here. And it says it wants it to be kind of up the side. So I am going to move this around here. I'm going to take this, it's a 1 cup measurer. I'm going to press this in here. Press. Make sure it covers the bottom completely here. And then I'm going to make sure it kind of goes up the side a little bit here, because it wants you to have a little bit of an edge. So let's press this in here. Make sure it goes up the side a little bit. It smells amazing. Those cookies and that butter. I let my butter brown just a smidge so it has that nutty smell, and that little bit of salt in there will help cut the sweetness just a smidge. Yay, we're finally filled in. Look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm setting that aside. Now we're going to get to the filling, the best part. All right. This cheesecake is going to be super thick. So in this bowl, you can use your stand mixer. Again, I'm being lazy today. So see, mixers are super heavy and it's on top of the refrigerator. And yep, it's really heavy for me to get down. So I'm going with just my hand mixer today. Sorry about that. My little one is upset, evidently. So into a bowl, I am going to beat cream cheese and sugar. So 4. Yes, you heard me right. 4. 4 packs of cream cheese. 4 packs of cream cheese. And to that, I'm going to add the 1 cup of sugar. And I am going to cream this together until there is no lumps. To that, I'm going to add 3 eggs, 1 at a time. Bloop. Bloop. Bloop, bloop. All right. All right, then the vanilla. So 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Sour cream. So this is going to be 1 cup of sour cream. I love cheesecakes that have sour cream in there. You get that little bit of tanginess that the sour cream offers, and it's just amazing. Okay, put that in there. Put that over there real quick, because I'm going to need that in a second. And then zest. So this is zest of 1 orange. I use this big old thing here. This is going to give it some extra flavor too. I had to run down to the store to get that orange because I did not have one. I only have mandarin oranges because that's what the little ones eat. But, well, I don't think that would have worked. So I'm mixing this. And then I need to add my 2 tablespoons of flour. Yes, you heard that right, flour. It's kind of weird, but you know what? I'm going to go with it because that's what it says. And then salt. So this is going to be 1 teaspoon of salt. I have that in there. And it's just until combined, okay? So we're not doing this very much. All right, got that. And I'm going to finish stirring it just a little bit with my spatula here. Okay, that looks and smells amazing. Okay, now we're going to pour this all over the crust. So this is either 8 or 9-inch springform pan. I put tinfoil in the bottom, so when I remove the spring, it will come out easy and it won't stick to the base. Also, you have to wrap the bottom in tinfoil because we are going to bake this in a water bath. So this is going to be a cheesecake you bake in a water bath. So even cooking, no cracks. And then once it's done, you crack open the oven door, turn the oven off. You crack it open with a spoon, wooden spoon. So you can vent the oven and the oven can cool down slowly. And so will the cheesecake. That again will prevent cracking and it'll make the cheesecake look beautiful. So we do have a little lumps in here. These are from the little bit of flour and the it's from the flour and my zest. You can see the zest, how pretty it looks in there. Wow, this is my springform pan almost to the top. So I'm trying to get it as even as I can here. And so this is going to go into my oven, my 325 oven here. It's going to go in, it says that it wants it in for about an hour and 30 minutes until the cheesecake only has a slight jiggle. So I'm going to check it at probably an hour and 10 minutes just to make sure that it's done all the way. I'm going to look online and try to find out what the temperature needs to be for it. And I'm going to put it in a water bath. So I do not have a pan big enough for this. You need a big roaster pan. So I'm going to use the biggest sheet pan I have with edges, and I'm just going to put this in the oven. Then I'm going to put my boiling water, which is the other pan you saw on the stove. I'm going to put my boiling water in it and hope it does the best it can, because I do not have a roasting pan. I thought I did. Couldn't find it. But this is going to go into the oven, and we'll come back in about an hour and 10 minutes. I'll check the temperature and see if it's ready to shut the oven off and just leave in there. We'll see you back. I'm so excited. Okay, timer just went off. I checked it. It is between 150 and 160, so that means it's done. So I'm going to turn off my oven and prop this open and leave it in here for an hour. I'm going to set the timer for an hour, and after that, I am going to put it in the refrigerator overnight, and we'll see what we have tomorrow. Okay, y'all, we are going to finish up this cheesecake that we started yesterday. So it says it wants a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips melted. So I did that. Got a 1/4 cup, and this is super duper hot. Probably the dumbest thing to do right here. 1/4 cup. Seems not like a lot, but I'm kind of just gonna swirl it on here. Not make it look so pretty, but because it's hardening awfully fast, I'm going to try to just swirl it around the middle. Nothing fancy. Because it's meeting that cold cheesecake, because I had it in the refrigerator all night. So you could, like I said, 5 hours or overnight. So I just set it in there overnight. So then you are going to, doesn't look that pretty, but then it says whipped topping. It says a cup of whipped topping. And it says put it in a bag and pipe it. But I just went down and got some of this. And it says make rosettes. So also it wants 4 Cadbury cream eggs. A box comes with 5. So I'm doing 5. And I cut them in half. They didn't really break open very easy. I mean, they kind of shattered. So this is not going to be the best looking pie, well, cheesecake. But I think it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to go around and put, let's see, 10 rosettes all around. So I'm going to space them, try to space them out a little bit here. Ooh, that one's pretty. So here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where can we put 2 more? This was this little space here, 9 and 10. So I'm going to do one of these on each of these rosettes. One of these halves of the Cadbury cream eggs. Like I said, they broke apart. They really didn't go in there nice like I was hoping they would. I'm just kind of filling in all the areas because I wanted to have it all the way around because it looks pretty. Well, that looks really pretty. Okay, and I'm just spacing these a cup. I didn't want or have time to put these in, do whipped cream and then put in a piping bag and pipe it out. So I got lazy. But like I said, I'm doing my 10 halves here. Okay, that looks really pretty, actually. Except for these broken ones. Let me wash my hands real quick. They are kind of broken, but I think the cheesecake itself is going to be really, really, really good. For I see. Anyway, it's going to be delicious. I might make a few more rosettes in here because I just think that looks pretty. So I figure why not? I have the whipped cream. I'm just going to use it. I have whipped cream and I'm not afraid to use it. That's right. Okay, it looks really pretty. Kind of. So this is my finished cheesecake. I did not unveil it yet. Let me see if I can. I'm kind of scared. I want to see what the side looks like. Urgh. I'm not going to taste it right now because I am getting ready to go over to Easter dinner. I'm actually running a little behind. So, oh yeah, look at that. That looks beautiful. Look at that Oreo cookie crust. Wow, does that look yummy? It looks beautiful. Almost good enough to eat. So I can't wait to try this. But anyway, I hope everybody out there has a very happy Easter. Christ is risen. And I know it won't be posted for a while. So like I said, I hope everybody had a happy Easter. This is probably the one and only time you'll see me with my hair down, because when I usually cook for people, I always put my hair up. And when you don't see it, but I wash my hands a zillion times every time I stop for a second. But I just don't have time. So I just need to run across the street. So I hope, hope everybody has a very happy Easter. And that you had a great time with your family hanging out. Hopefully you make this or you make it next year, right after the first of the year. You'll be getting some more Cadbury Crème Eggs in. Or if you're like me, you store them in your freezer. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching the recipe project. I hope you come back for the next episode. Remember to like and subscribe.